Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder, lesson number 145. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of examples for each. We'll finish with a story so you can hear the words in context and do a quick review of each word at the end. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. First, I'll read the words. Urbane, Desiccate, Incongruous, Imperturbable, Tenacity, Credence, Gainsay, Voracious, Dovetail, Dissemination. Urbane. This means courteous and refined in manner, as an adjective. So someone who's urbane is very proper and has manners and is gracious. So you'd expect the host of a dinner party to be urbane. You'd expect them to be courteous to their guests and to be very welcoming and to make sure everything goes perfectly, provided it's a sort of high-end, sort of upper class dinner party. That's the caveat there. And this word used to be more associated with men, still is, but a woman can be urbane as well. Examples are, the hotel staff admired her urbane way of handling difficult guests. He gave an urbane response that impressed everyone in the room. Desiccate. This means remove the moisture from something, as a verb, cause to become completely dry, as a verb. So I have a dehydrator that I use to desiccate herbs from my garden. It'll take all the moisture out of those herbs and then I can use them later on. They'll be shelf stable and dry. Examples are, the extreme heat began to desiccate the soil. You should store fresh herbs properly to prevent them from becoming desiccated. Incongruous. This means not in harmony or keeping with the surrounding or other aspects of something, as an adjective. So one time I was in an art museum where the exhibit was entirely classic art. It was mostly European in style and a lot of sort of wealthy figures kind of posing for their portraits. And then amongst all of that art, there was a piece of modern art just in the middle of all of it. And seeing that piece of modern art amongst all of this other art really made it pop. It was incongruous. It didn't match everything that was going on. And that made it more noticeable. Examples are, her casual outfit looked incongruous at the formal dinner. It felt incongruous to laugh during such a serious moment. Imperturbable. This means unable to be upset or excited, calm as an adjective. So there are certain professions where you hope that the person doing that job is imperturbable. Take an airplane pilot, for example. You want an airplane pilot to be level-headed, stay calm, and to perform well under pressure. Examples are, the captain of the ship stayed imperturbable even during the violent storm. An imperturbable leader inspires confidence in difficult times. Tenacity. This means the quality or fact of being able to grip something firmly, grip as a noun. Can also mean being very determined, determination, as a noun. And it can mean continuing to exist, persistence, as a noun. So tenacity is a desirable quality. To be successful in life and to be successful in your career, often you need to have tenacity. One group of people who I think have a lot of tenacity are single mothers, because these are women who have to take care of children while providing for those children and for themselves, and that takes a lot of tenacity. Examples are, the athlete's tenacity was admired by her teammates. His tenacity kept the project moving despite repeated setbacks. Credence. This means belief in or acceptance of something as true, as a noun, the likelihood of something being true, plausibility, as a noun. And there are additional Christian religion meanings. So to give credence to something is to give it credibility. I'll often tell people, hey, don't give credence to the rumors or don't give credence to anything you know might not be true. Do your own research. So you could say, don't give credence to rumors, don't give credence to things you hear from others unless you know they're true. Examples are the historical documents lent credence to the researcher's claims. The judge gave little credence to the unreliable witness. Gainsay. This means deny or contradict a fact or statement as a verb, speak against or oppose someone as a verb. So to gainsay is to oppose in a fairly direct way. A lawyer might gainsay a witness, for example, in order to contradict their testimony and to try to prove an opposing point. Examples are, it is hard to gainsay the importance of education. He tried to gainsay the evidence, but the facts were clear. Voracious. This means wanting or devouring great quantities of food as an adjective, having a very eager approach to an activity as an adjective. So you'll hear this word in the context of food often. If someone has a voracious appetite, that means they are going to want to eat quite a bit of food. But someone might also have a voracious appetite for knowledge. So it doesn't necessarily have to be food associated all of the time. Examples are, she has a voracious appetite for learning new languages. After the long hike, they had a voracious hunger. Dovetail. This means join together by means of a dovetail as a verb, fit or cause to fit together easily and conveniently as a verb. And it's also a type of interlocking joint. So to dovetail means to come together. And I've heard this word thrown around in a corporate context before, and it's this idea that coming together in this really fantastic way that just makes sense is going to yield good results. Examples are the company's goals dovetail with the community's needs. The two strategies dovetail to create a stronger marketing plan. Dissemination. This means the action or fact of spreading something, especially information, widely as a noun. So in the case of public health, you want to make sure that there's the dissemination of credible information. So take, for example, the importance of information dissemination in a public health crisis. During COVID, it was really important to disseminate credible information about things like social distancing and wearing masks and all of the things people needed to do to protect themselves and others. Examples are social media allows for the rapid dissemination of news. The organization focuses on the dissemination of health education materials. So let's read a story so we can hear these words in context. Clark was an imperturbable private investigator known for his sharp instincts and calm demeanor. When a series of rare artifacts vanished from the city museum, he was hired to solve the case before public trust began to desiccate completely. His investigation led him to Victor Hale, an urbane art dealer whose polished charm seemed incongruous with the grim reality of the thefts. Clark's tenacity kept him digging, even when others tried to gainsay his theories. He uncovered that the stolen pieces were being sold through secret auctions where wealthy collectors fed their voracious appetites for forbidden treasures. The evidence began to dovetail perfectly, linking Victor to a larger network of smuggling artifacts overseas. However, Victor tried to manipulate the dissemination of information, spreading false leads to misdirect the investigation and protect his reputation. In the end, Clark gathered enough proof to convince the authorities to place credence in his findings. Victor was arrested, the artifacts were recovered, and the museum's credibility was restored. So let's read these words one more time, and I'll spell as we go. Urbane, Urbane, means courteous and refined in manner. Desiccate, Desiccate, is to remove the moisture or dry something out. Incongruous, Incongruous, means not in harmony or keeping with surroundings. Imperturbable, Imperturbable, is not capable of being upset or excited, someone who's calm. Tenacity, Tenacity, is the quality of being determined or having determination or persistence. Credence, Credence, is a belief in or an acceptance of something as true or the likelihood of something being true. Gainsay, Gainsay, is to deny or contradict, to speak against or oppose. Voracious, Voracious, is wanting to eat a lot of food or to be very eager. Dovetail, Dovetal, is to join together by means of a dovetail or to fit together easily and conveniently. Dissemination, Dissemination, is spreading something, especially information, widely. Again, those words are urbane, desiccate, incongruous, imperturbable, tenacity, credence, gainsay, voracious, dovetail, dissemination. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel and more are coming soon. I'll put playlists and videos right here, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.